Falcon fans, Falcon fans, Falcon fans. And of course, Falcon fans. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. It's your boy, Jack Spade, checking in from One Time for the Fan. T-Will is here with us tonight. Chase,
yes, sir.
Hardy Fanatics United is here with us tonight. How's everybody going, man? How's everything going?
Doing good. Doing good. Glad to be with you tonight. Glad to talk some Falcons football. Glad to get into it.
Man, it's going down in a major way, Falcon fans. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. Episode 174. Chase, how you feeling over there, brother?
Yes, sir. Feeling pretty good, man. Some stuff to talk about today. Atlanta Falcons dropped some breaking news today, so I'm sure we'll chat about it. And ready to do it, man. We got a special guest and ready to talk some Falcon football, man.
We don't got a special guest. We got a special guest of a special guest. This guest right here is VIP.
Absolutely.
VIP. Now, this
100%.
brother's been talking Falcons football for a long time. And if you get a chance to listen to some of his takes on not only social media, but his platform as well, you'll say, man, this brother knows what he's talking about when it comes to some Falcons football. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring him in. Smooth Smitty is here with us talking some Atlanta Falcons football. Smitty! I think you muted. Think you muted, Smitty. Think you muted.
Hey, I ain't never been introduced like that before, man. I might get you to do me an intro.
Hey, man. Holla at Bodie, man. Chase, Bodie still doing our marketing promo department. Is he still handling that too as well?
She's been slacking.
Smitty, what's good, man?
That man, just shit, putting in work, man. Just like always. Just gotta keep putting in work.
Yep.
Putting in work. But yeah, man, like Chase said, man, a lot of news came out, but I can't wait for free agency start because I think I'm gonna blow up the internet when it
Oh yeah,
it's coming.
It's happening. So, as a diehard Falcon fan, you are ready to talk Falcons football right now. Wednesday, 8:00 at night. Like, it doesn't matter. The season is months away.
Nope.
You don't care.
Nope, don't care.
Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. It's going down in a major way. Let's just go around and just start talking some Falcons football. Chat is already live. Chat is already lit. You already know what it is. Hashtag one-timers, hashtag the fan club in the chat. If you're repping your section over there at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, put your sections in the chat. You know, we got section 118 in here. We got some club members. We got some suite members too as well. Don't forget, Falcon fans, we are always bringing some of the greatest content here with some of the greatest content creators. So we always want to make sure people like, share, and subscribe. Smitty, let's go to some Falcons news and updates here. Nate Landman. A1 mentioned this the other day, and that's why we have these brothers on the podcast so they can come share their opinion with us about the Falcons and their organization and their thoughts. A1 mentioned that he would love to see Nate Landman resign. Terry, Chase, he said it the other day. Today now, Nate Landman is back in the house with the Falcons. Smitty, your thoughts on that? You do a good job of dropping a lot of videos and a lot of content quickly as soon as Falcons news is updated for the fans. What's your thoughts on this Nate Landman re-signing? Chase, Terry jump into as well. But Smitty, what you got?
I absolutely love this, man. Wish he would have got more than 1 year. But you got to take it a year at a time because you've invested in Troy Anderson. You signed Kate Ellis to a long-term deal, so I get it. But if he shows up this year, you have to sign him long-term, or you have to trade him or let him go. Because, to be honest, I think this move helps Troy Anderson more than anybody. Because with Nate Landman, I think now, and me, Berto talked about this a long time.
Shout out, Berto.
You can move Troy Anderson all the way around, from right to left, middle to left, anywhere. He can be a
Country mentioned that too as well. Yep.
Yeah, so I think this is important money-wise as well because you're not spending a lot of money, and he helps you on special teams, which he started with last year as a rookie. So all around, it's just a great deal, and I actually loved it. And I actually put out a video in January saying that they should re-sign him. So it's been a long time coming for me.
Chase, Nate Landman, a dog amongst a dog that we've been talking about here on the channel. In all respects to the players, these guys go out there and put everything on the line for us as content creators and fans to come in here and talk about on a Wednesday night. But big shout out to Nate Landman. Now he's going to be back here in the Falcons uniform. We saw the man, the productivity of Nate Landman the past season just show Falcon fans that he deserves to be here. Getting even amount, I think he was second in Pro Bowl votes too, as well as linebacker, second or third.
Yeah, he started off at number 2. Yeah,
I mean, come on here, Falcon fans. This is the guy who most Falcon fans would say, "Who is this linebacker again? Wasn't this the practice squad guy a couple years ago?" That's the opportunities you get for some of these players here in Atlanta, and to see Nate Landman back feels good. Chase, your thoughts, brother?
Yeah, man, I'll feed off what Smitty said, man. Nate Landman, dude, a guy that came in, stepped up for Troy Anderson. When Troy went down, dude, that was my biggest fear. One of our linebackers going down. We talked about it multiple times in the offseason, how we were not deep at the linebacker position. And, well, damn it, that was one of the first injuries that happened throughout the season. Troy Anderson goes down, Nate Landman steps up and really flourishes in a Ryan Nielsen-type defensive scheme. Nate Landman, 66 assisted tackles, 44 single tackles, 3 forced fumbles, an interception, 2 sacks. Nate Landman, there's no reason you don't re-sign Nate Landman. Jimmy Lake comes in the building. He looks at the tape. He looks at the stats on paper. Nate Landman is your starting linebacker. Nate Landman, Caden Ellis, you're doing the 3-4 scheme. You bring Troy Anderson back. There's your linebackers. You may go draft another one for depth. I think this could really turn out nice for Nate Landman if he can continue, like Smitty said, if he can continue the productivity with this new defense coordinator and Jimmy Lake, because some players are scheme players, and Nate Landman has been a practice squad. And yes, he did have a pretty iffy year with Atlanta Falcons until last year. So shout out to Nate Landman, definitely a re-sign we talked about a lot, and definitely like the move. Nate Landman's going to be a star in Atlanta. I see it.
Terry, it's good to see players back in the building that you wanted to see back in the building. I think a name like Nate Landman is a guy that fans last season were speaking about, saying, hey, Falcons might need to look into this guy before he has to hit the market and somebody takes this guy to a different team, because now you're running your new system, your 3-4, you got your new defensive coordinator. But like Shay said, for the new DC to come in here and look at the tape and look at some of these guys and say, he will fit well with what we have going on. And this is not Chase, Terry, Smitty. Nate Landman is no backup. This is your day one. He's on the field starting too as well. So, Terry, your thoughts about Nate Landman, young guy now getting another shot here with Atlanta. I think Falcon fans are definitely pumped up about that.
I think it's a huge mistake. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm
gonna put you on the spot.
I just want to be different. No, obviously, great signing. The thing I noticed about last year is that when Landman did relieve Troy Anderson, you really didn't miss a beat. You really did not miss a beat. He picked up cadence. He was where he needed to be at the time he needed to be. And you really, from a football perspective, did not notice a difference. And no disrespect to Troy, he is great. But Landman is really coming along. I think it's good. I think it's essential that you have depth. And not only that, but I think having those 3 linebackers back gives us versatility this year. And maybe there's some things that we can do that we couldn't do prior to that. So I just think it's a great move. I'm looking forward to see what else we're going to do. And yeah, I'm excited about it.
And one thing I loved about Nathan Landman, he's a natural middle linebacker.
Yes.
Caden Ellis is more of an outside guy who can play inside. And Troy Anderson, he's still learning the position. So you bring in Nate Landman, who's a natural middle linebacker. I think
that run stuffer.
He just even things out.
Yeah. He was good in a lot of situations last year. His zone, his man coverage, run stuffing ability too as well. Just to see Nate Landman where he is now, it's a big shout out to him here from the podcast.
All the way from, correct me if I'm wrong, but all the way from Africa. Nate Landman.
From South Africa, right? Too as well?
South Africa.
He went to, what, Colorado, was it? Is it Buff?
Colorado,
Okay. Nate Landman, some of the re-signings going on here. Falcon fans in the building. You have to be excited about what you've heard so far here in Atlanta, because they are active before the free agency is starting to get underway. I know the coaches and everybody's going to get back in the building, and Flowery Branch is going to really get pumping in a matter of days. And here on the channel, we can't wait for Monday because everything's really going down. We're done with the rumors. And I wanted to curse right there, but shout out to everybody that hit me up and was like, "Hey man, just tone it down a little bit on the F-bombs, just a little bit." So I got y'all. I might drop 1 or 2, but I ain't gonna drop 15. So Falcon fans, it's good to see that Nate Landman is back in the building here for another year. Smitty, let's go into some real ish going on in the organization. Oh, in the community. There's a lot of rumors being told right now from media. Chase, we was in the chatting last night, hearing Pro Football Talk and all these sources. Put like 15 quotation mark on it. Sources saying that this guy's a fit for the Falcons, and this guy's texting and calling another member of the Falcons. Smitty, what do you say to these rumors? Because we've heard about it with the Lamar Jackson situation. We've heard about it in the past with other players who could possibly play here, but it didn't work out. But what do you have to say to these rumors? Because some of these rumors are starting to break up the fan base in a way where people are arguing over the rumors now. But what is your thoughts on just the rumors versus hearing a verified source on that type of topic?
Well, one thing about rumors, they got to start from somewhere. And I think it'd be the agents leaking these rumors for people to get a hold of them, to hype up their client. So they really don't bother me. And they break up the fan base because everybody has their own opinion. And sometimes when they don't agree with somebody's opinion, then that's what causes the friction. But you got to remember, everybody got their own opinion as to why they want this player, why they want that player. And rumors are just that, man. You just can't take them serious until you see it in writing, until it's final, until the contract is signed. So just let people be people, man. Just if you got an opinion, just let it be that. If your opinion it messes with somebody, that's fine. If it don't, that's fine as well. But
and we're talking about small,
man, because I'm gonna tell you, every time I see a rumor, I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah, I'm gonna give my opinion on it. So that's why I just tell everybody, man, just you ain't got to take it out on everybody. Your opinion is your opinion, and just leave it at that.
T-Will, Chase, PFT talking to Pat McAfee about Cousins texting Pitts, and they actually went on their broadcast, not tweeted. They actually went on their broadcast and said it. Like, that was what's going on. I mean, I tweeted it to you, Chase. And then Kyle Pitts now, the player who's enjoying his offseason, who I'm going to check his Twitter. I mean, he doesn't really speak on these type of things.
Yeah, that's what surprised me. Kyle Pitts never speaks out, man. Like,
you guys are Kyle Pitts talking about this damn rumor when Pitts is out there just kind of golf and relax. T-Will, what's up with these rumors, man? I'm ready for Monday. I'm ready for next week. I'm ready to put these rumors to bed. But right now, some of these rumors are, getting the fan base kind of riled up. What's your thoughts on these rumors, bro?
I think a lot of these pundits and analysts for these shows simply just need something to talk about, guys. It's the off season, and what else are you going to do? You can't come on the air and twiddle your thumbs. They know we have a need at quarterback. They know that Arthur Smith wants to win right now, and so they will continue to drive it. I mean, I've heard 4 or 5 different rumors in regards to 4 or 5 different quarterbacks. And to Smith's point, you don't know what to believe. Guys, I look at it this way. It's fun, right? Yeah, it's fun. Exactly. You remember when you were in high school, right? And, maybe one week you were rumored to be dating this girl, and another week you were rumored to be dating that girl. I look at it that way, right? You can't prove it. So you may as well enjoy it. Have fun with it. Lean into it, right? At the end of the day, the Falcons are going to make a decision. Hopefully it's the best one for the organization. But this, my friends, is rumor season. This is what this is all about. This is what this is all about. Guys, there's nothing else.
Paying the bills.
There's nothing else to talk about. There's literally nothing else to talk about. So it would not surprise me if there are 3 or 4 more quarterbacks that are linked to the Falcons before it's all said and done. I do have one question though, and that is, why does it seem to be mostly about the Falcons? I mean, every now and then we hear the Steelers, right? But there are about
Yeah.
10 or 11 teams that need a quarterback. You could argue maybe 12. A third of the league needs a quarterback. Why is the focus seemingly solely on the Falcons? What do you
I can
guys
answer
think
that.
about that?
Smith,
That's an easy answer.
That's easy.
smooth
That's-
Smith.
yeah.
They trying to put the pressure on Raheem Morris. They see we got an African American coach. He gonna receive all the pressure. And to be honest, I wouldn't mind the pressure because if he make the right decisions and we ball out this year, end up in the playoffs or even better, he gonna come out looking like a genius. So I wouldn't mind the pressure. So it's just trying to fit everybody in Atlanta because they know our quarterback position is just pure purgatory at this point.
Okay.
So that's the only way, and I expected it to be like that because when you don't have a quarterback, they can throw the kitchen sink at you. So until we fix that position, we're gonna keep getting that kind of advertisement. So that's
And you're talking about not only 1 year, Smitty, the Deshaun Watson news, the Lamar Jackson news. This has been going on for a while now, Smitty. This isn't just now. I mean, this is news.
Yeah, but think about how long. Just think about how long Matt Ryan. How long Matt Ryan been on the downslide. It just started in 2019, 2020. Well, it started in 2018, I would say. And it went all the way up to 2020 when he left. So for the last 5 years, that's why quarterbacks have been tied to Atlanta. See who's gonna replace Matt Ryan. When he won that MVP, that made everything go up. So until we get a quarterback that can take us to that level again, it's just gonna always be that question.
And we're going to get to that quarterback issue in just a moment. And fans in the chat, get ready for it. Go ahead, and I know you're getting ready to start typing and asking questions about Kirk Cousins and Justin Fields. We're going to start talking about that in just a minute. Chase, the rumors, your thoughts. I know you probably talk about it with DFU in the chat and so forth. We've been talking about it one time for the fans chat. So many rumors from Kirk Cousins. What is he asking for? And Justin Fields trade market and the situation last night with Pitts. But all these rumors, man. Chase, I know you're ready for Monday, but what you got to say to it for all the fans, brother?
I'll say as far as the rumors, man, it's exciting. And what else is there going on in football that there's to talk about right now other than combine, draft scenarios, mock drafts? So as long as they keep pushing them, we'll keep chatting about them because it's honestly something to talk about. It makes you go and look up these players that these players are linking to Atlanta. You go back and you watch tape on them, it gives you something to give content to other Falcon fans. So, I mean, as far as believing them, I don't really know what to believe of. There was a point that I thought Justin Fields was solely our quarterback. And then there was a point where I thought Russell Wilson was going to be the quarterback. And then now it's Kirk Cousins. So there's so many routes the Atlanta Falcons can go. And Monday is really going to tell what's going to happen. And when Chicago decides what they're doing with Fields and break that news, man, the cycle is just going to take off.
Smooth Smitty, quickly give a message to the fans right here because you've been doing this a long time with the content and so on. You've dealt with so many different years at the Atlanta Falcons from different coaches, different quarterbacks, everything. And you've spoken to the fans in such a positive way over there on your channel. Give a message to the fans on how to remain positive at this moment because there are some fans. I'm telling you, Smitty, they are blocking each other. They're tired of hearing this person's opinion.
I see it every day, but it don't have to be that way. It don't have to be that way. I'm just telling y'all, man. It's just this simple. When they get the quarterback in place, we're gonna know what a domino's gonna fall. Until then, keep it positive. If you got a thought up there, hey, it's all right to talk about it. But it's no need to get mad and block people because of their opinion, like I said earlier. But when we get the quarterback, y'all will feel, and no matter who it is, Cousin, Fields, Russell, Ricky, it don't matter. When they get that chip in place, we'll know exactly how they're going to build this team on offense and defense, who they're going to go after and try to trade for. All that is going to fall in place. So just be patient. That's my best advice. Just be patient.
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Terry, your message to the fans at this time where fans are just so riled up in the moment of this quarterback issue. And I mean, we're fans of, so many years, man. We've been through this stuff before, but now with social media, every single day where fans can just wake up, tweet, text, chat, go to communities, talk this and that. I mean, what is your positive message for the fans right now? Because there are some fans that's, looking at this Kirk Cousins situation or the Field situation. They're ready to start bashing other fans. What's your positive message for them?
My message is, guys, we're on the same team. We're on the same team, and we're trying to win. And at the end of the day, when we win a Super Bowl and that confetti rains down, it's going to rain down metaphorically on all of us. Think of it this way, right? The Avengers Endgame. I love the Avengers. My favorite guy is Captain America. He and Tony Stark had a falling out, right? They had a disagreement about what was going to happen, what should have happened. And they didn't get out of it. They didn't defeat Thanos until they came together.
Yeah, Stark
and
had to be
Tony
his ass one
Stark
time.
and Captain America represent the two factions of Falcons fans that really need to come together and cheer at the stadium and give us a hostile environment in 2024. We need to get past this quarterback, that quarterback. Look, we are all Falcons fans, and at the end of the day, we are Falcons family. I do have a question for you, however, Smitty, and that is, do you think that all of these rumors and talks generates excitement for Falcons fans, and ultimately, do you think that's going to drive revenue in the fall? What are your thoughts?
That's a great question. Man, that's a great question.
We got Terry here. It's like you're talking to the damn GM over there, Smitty.
I think it'll be revenue driven, and and you see that with the coach, like I just said. Him by himself, Raheem Morris, will put butts in seats, because if y'all watch that press conference, he's a transparent person. He's open and honest. And one thing that I liked about what he said, the key word that he said, he's a great listener. And when you're a great listener, that means all your players. That means all your players are going to respect you. And to be honest, we haven't had a coach like this in God knows how long. So this is just something different, period. Absolutely. So for the fans, it's something different. For the players, it's something different. And to be honest, I love it, man. I love it. And whomever is going to be at quarterback is going to drive revenue. Because if they bring in a win now quarterback, that's what it's going to be. Win now.
Win now. Let's get it.
And as fans, we got to stand behind that no matter what.
Smitty, quick Superman chat for you right here too as well. I know Country does the that's Superman chat.
I can't do that.
What do you do? Do you like how does it work over there in Smitty's world? Eric Rogers, big shout out to Eric Rogers, diehard Atlanta Falcon fan. Smitty, for you, Kirk Cousins will put us in salary cap hell. Your thoughts about that? Falcoholic, before you answer, did tweet out.
I don't agree with that.
Be good. Okay.
It's a way around that, man.
Okay.
You front load the contract, put most of it in the signing bonus, and they'll have it where as to be affordable for the team. Now, I think it'll still be between 25 and 27 or something like that. But
we can handle that.
The rest of it will be probably in signing bonus.
Mm-hmm. And there's a tweet from Falcoholic earlier that explained the contract on how you could still get your major weapons here in the free agency and still come away with Kirk Cousins. And I know for Falcon fans, you're like, nope, that's not enough. He's 36, coming off an Achilles injury. We're going to get to that. Stay tuned. Chase, your message to the
45.
fans. Chase, your message. Shit, that is tough. Chase, oh shit. Chase, your message to the fans, man, about remaining positive during this time, brother.
What's that, Jack? Say it again. Sorry, I was laughing and I went really.
I know, Smitty. Yeah, that was a good one. Your message to the fans about how to remain positive during this time with the rumors and so many fans going at it, arguing, like just a positive message for these fans. We're getting ready to talk about quarterbacks, so it's going to get crazy in the chat in a minute. We're trying to get the positivity out the way before the shit gets crazy. That's what's about to happen.
It's an exciting time to be a Falcon fan. I mean, you got the Atlanta Falcons could go anywhere right now in the draft and free agency. I mean, we could be going and loading on free agency and defense and drafting our guy, maybe trading up. The Falcons just did a mock draft today and traded with the Patriots to get Drake May at number 3.
Yep.
So anything's possible. People say that we won't do it, but I really believe the Atlanta Falcons are going to be, if that guy is who they want in this draft, I think the Atlanta Falcons are going to be aggressive for that guy. So Stay positive about it, man. It could happen. Anything could happen. And regardless of what happens, I believe in Coach Raheem. Every presser that I've seen from Coach Raheem has given me the reason to believe in Coach Raheem. So until Raheem shows me that he's, not the guy and he chose the wrong quarterback, I'll continue to back whatever move that is. So continue to just look forward.
You're so much of a diehard of the Falcons and how much you believe in Raheem. You did apply to be his valet driver, correct too as well, coming from Flower Branch. Did you get the job? Just want to make sure you get the job.
Fired.
It's going down
tonight, sir. I was too far for that.
It's going down. Going down. Quick hot take around the table. Chase, 95 North. Do you guys feel ATO will address the linebacker position through free agency or the draft? Chase, quick hot take, yes or no?
I mentioned one the other night, Javon Clowney, linebacker position, cheap. Did hit his signing bonus this year, so maybe a guy you could look at. Bet 1 year deal, maybe.
Submit it.
Edrin Cooper is who I'm looking at in the draft. They want to throw a curveball. He would be one of my picks in the second round.
Mr. T. Will.
I'm going to say yes.
Mm-hmm. Running this 3-4, you have to say yes. I do think they do address this 3-4. I mean, this linebacker position. But look at the free agency with linebackers. You are deep with talent, and you got the money. We couldn't talk about this a couple years ago when we didn't have the money, but now we have the money. Once again, I will say it: the Falcons got their own money. When I say the Falcons got their own money, the Falcons got their own money.
Hallelujah! Can I get an amen?
Tony White said Kirk costs too much. Then Tony White said Kirk is too old. I'm not the fan saying this, Falcon fan. These are not bots in the chat. These are Falcon fans who are giving their opinion about what is going on here. I want to go to the chat here, Smitty, quickly to try to catch up on the comments, because when we talk quarterbacks, the shit's about to get crazy. We're going to talk Drake May. We're going to talk Daniels. We're going to talk trading. We're going to talk Fields. We're going to talk Cousins. And that's the bulk load of your show here, Falcon fans. So just be prepared for it. Matter of fact, we started the show and the second or third comment was about Kirk Cousins. So I already know fans are excited about talking Falcons football here. Ozzy is in the chat. He said, what if we traded for Trey Lance? Smitty?
Nope.
I think, can we agree or disagree? Do we have to go around the table for this, or do we just do the emojis?
Nope.
How do we do this? No? Okay. We're just going to go around. Livy Green's in the chat. He said, the rumors for our coach happened too. I mean, got some rumors. I mean, with Raheem Morris. He was one of the first people interviewed.
Some gonna come true, no matter what it is.
Yep.
Whichever one of these guys just talking about, somebody's gonna end up here in Atlanta.
Oh, Eric Rogers got one for you here. Smitty. Twin. What club you going to tonight, Smitty? Justin Fields said, I'm sorry, Eric Rogers said Justin Fields is cheaper and has a higher ceiling. Cousins is old, coming off an injury, and is too expensive. It will put us in salary cap hell. He had to drop $20 just to say, and he just dropped $2 before that. Eric Rogers ain't playing about Kirk Cousins in this chat tonight. Smitty.
I think Kirk Cousins has reached his ceiling, so he is who he is. I agree that Justin Fields does have a high ceiling, and especially with the core talent that we have on offense, I think that's why he fits better, because he can grow with this unit. Zach Robinson, he's young as well. If he gets this offense off to the right start, I think 3 to 4 years of this, we probably looking at a Super Bowl in 2 years. Who knows?
That'd be sweet.
So it's going to be important to make the right decision at the quarterback position. But Justin Fields does have a higher ceiling at this point, and I agree with that. But again, salary cap. He would not put us in cap hell, because guess what? Either way it go, we're going to pay one of these quarterbacks $40+ million. There's just no way around.
Eventually,
because when you extend Justin Fields, you're going to pay him what? 4 years, $200 million. I'm sorry, 5 years, $200 million. That's $40 million a year or more. Who knows? So I agree with what Eric says, but just don't read too much into it, because trust me, that's why they brought in Terry Fontenot. He's the salary cap master. He's going to find a way to squeeze all this in up under the salary cap to make this a competitive
salary
team.
cap master, and he's already shown that from making the moves to getting us out of cap hell. And I'm sure he doesn't want to put us back into cap hell again. So there are some cheap options the Falcons can look at here at quarterback, but now it's time to get to the real deal, the real elephant in the room, the quarterback situation. Chase, T. Will, You might want to sit up in your seat for this. Buckle your seatbelt. You might want to pull over and put your hazard lights on because it's about to go down in a major way. We're talking about the quarterback issue here. Smitty, we're gonna go around.
I hope y'all screen bulletproof. I'm just saying.
Shit.
Oh wow! Wow!
Hey, let me tell you something.
Smitty talking about Falcon on Falcon crime, man.
There's some Falcon on Falcon violence when you mention in the quarterbacks. Smitty knows, Chase, T-Will, it's just like the head coach. Don't go get Raheem, get Bill. Don't get Bill, get Jim. Don't get Jim, get Johnson. Don't get Johnson, get Billy Slowick from Houston. Don't get him, get. And then when you got Raheem, it's like, what is going on? Chase, remember I told you this. If you put people in a room and say, is everybody here is Falcon fans, right? Everybody say yes. Everybody's Falcon fans, step to the right. Everybody gonna step to the right. All right, if you agree with the Raheem Morris decision, step to the left. You're gonna get some of the people in the room stepping to the left, some people staying to the right. Situation. If you agree with the Justin Fields at quarterback, step to the right. You're gonna get some people going to the right. That's how it is with these opinions. You know what I'm saying? But Falcon fans taking it to a level of we got to meet up. We got to meet up over this shit. Drake may got to see us duke it out to be real fans. It's crazy. It's not that, Falcon fans. So let's go ahead and talk quarterbacks. Smitty, the Falcons mock draft today. Yeah, and there's going to be a couple more mock drafts going on. But shout out to Tori for doing a fantastic job. She does a great job with the Falcons.
Yes, she does.
Drake May from the Patriots at 3, Smitty?
I'm for it.
Is it possible? And what is your thoughts?
He's been my guy from the jump. Chase knew it. Chase been watching me a good little while. He's been my guy from the start. I love the skill set he brings. You look at him, like I said, if you look at Drake May, exactly what draft analysts are saying right now. Mm-hmm. And I looked at one of my videos from 3 years ago. They said the exact same thing
3 years
about
ago.
Justin Herbert. Exact same thing. Yep. So when you look at size 6'4", 230, same thing as Justin Herbert. Herbert may be probably an inch taller, but cannon arm, can use his legs, make any throw on the field. And that's what you need. A quarterback that can be versatile, one that can push the ball down the field to these weapons, and he fits the bill. So if they move up for a Drake May, I would not be mad at all. But if you move up for Drake May, you're gonna lose a first round next year, which I don't care about because, like I tell y'all all the time, damn them picks. That's what they're there for. To make the team better. So if that means going to get your quarterback,
damn them picks.
You got to do it. So and Tori gave an excellent example as to why he was the right guy and why she made the move. So Tori, great article, man.
What does anybody know? I didn't actually read the article, but what did she trade to get up to number 3?
843 in the first round of next year.
Yep,
that ain't bad at all. That ain't bad.
That's a take that if they're the Patriots and you accept that, thank you, New England. If that's the case, we appreciate that because we're thinking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 picks to go up to number 3. Hell, they took that. You heard what Smitty said, "Damn them picks."
Yeah, that's not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough. I mean, great article, but I mean,
she may have to throw in another second or a third. So
it's a compensation pick.
You might have to. So guys, to get 3, 2, or 1, I'm envisioning at least 5 picks. At least 5.
I said 7 for number 1. To be
exactly. Absolutely. So So the bar, the low end is 5, right?
To keep some draft picks. Who's the player you're getting rid of?
It's not Caleb Williams. It has to be Jaden Daniels or Drake May.
You said what? Chase?
So who's the player you're going to combine with it to try to save some draft capital?
Probably Kyle Pitts.
I'm not giving up a player. There's no player involved in this.
Well, no. But here's the thing, Chase. I'm sorry. Here's the thing, Jack. To Chase's point, you may have to because, guys, it's not just the Falcons that need a quarterback, right? And again, no disrespect to Tori, but I don't see that happening at all. You have at least 8 teams below the 3 that need a quarterback. And Jack, you talked about this in earlier shows. Okay, well, I have 5 picks. Well, guess what? I got 6 in the player. You got 6 in the player. I got 8. I mean, it's going to be mayhem because of the law of supply and demand.
Mm-hmm.
A
So we
third
got to
of the
do it early.
league, a
If I
third of the
if I had
league.
to go with a player, I would go AJ Terrell, and you said it earlier with Ladarius Sneed. If you going out to Ladarius Sneed, AJ would probably be included in the trade to move up.
Agreed.
He's one of the
Agreed.
ones that could save us picks if it's
Mhm.
nobody else.
Agreed. But it's
But you're
going to
getting out of
cost.
this trade scenario without making a player move. I mean, you're going to win that trade too as well. Because there's some fan favorite players here in Atlanta. Not
AJ's
just for
definitely
AJ
one.
Terrell's. He's a fan favorite. He's definitely a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts is another one too as well. Plus, the Falcons owe Kyle Pitts an apology for the situation of they have no quarterback in the past couple of years.
really
Even
do.
getting this guy
Right.
truly the ball,
They
and now
really
you get
do.
a chance to
Right.
bring in the future, like you said, Smitty, a guy that can work with this young team going forward. That can be a future talent with Kyle Pitts, with Drake London, with Bijan Robinson. That's why some fans don't want to see Kirk Cousins, because that's like a 2 years and he's gone, maybe a year and he's gone. But you got Fields is a little bit younger movement. Drake May is a younger move. Jaden Daniels is a younger move. But like Terry's point, how much are you going to give up to get to 3? Because maybe the Patriots say, I want Drake May, and I'm going to give him to the Falcons. Well, shit, I'm going to need more than Smitty. You said it.
And to be honest, this is why I would not care.
Mm-hmm.
We did the same thing for Julio Jones, Hall of Fame player. So you got to pay for the price of fame. Let's just keep it real. No way around it. If you move up the board and get a Hall of Fame quarterback 10 years down the road, is you going to complain about it? No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you're going to make the move, make the move. You give it up, you have to.
Make the move.
Yeah. Yeah. I see what you're saying here. See to your point too as well. Chase, comments on that? Drake May, the whole Tories article?
Man, dude, we've talked about Drake May so much, bro. Like, just like Smitty said, Terry said, Drake May is the prospect that you look at when there's a quarterback available in the draft. He's got the build. He's got the arm size, the quarterback strength. He can scramble out the pocket. He can definitely be a pocket passer. Something one of my co-hosts, Cody, brought up one night on the podcast, that one of his dislikes of Drake May is from the tape that he viewed. He said it seems as if when Drake's in the pocket, sometimes he likes to bounce around a little bit too much before he finds the target and delivers the ball. But obviously, that's coachable things that we can do here with Drake May. So if we're looking at Drake May, and we're talking about trading up to number 3, just like somebody said, you trade up for Hall of Fame players. So that tells me if I'm trading up to grab a Drake May at number 3, Drake May is my franchise quarterback that's going to win the Atlanta Falcons a Super Bowl ring. That's the guy that's going to do it, and we're going to build a team around him, and I'm all for it. If that's the guy that they think is going to bring it to us, go get him. Damn
even
them
going
picks.
even going up, damn them
to the
picks.
press
We want to start saying this shit, Smitty. We appreciate that. Damn them picks.
Go back to the press conference and think about what Raheem Morris said when he described the type quarterback that they need.
Yeah.
He described Drake May in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
A guy doesn't New England need a quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
They can get a veteran.
But look,
Jimmy
there's a
Garoppolo
lot of vets. There's a lot of vets that's going to be available.
I'm going off of the situation of New
the
England.
Washington Commanders could go
a lot of competent vets, or just a lot of vets.
Think about this, Terry.
Russell Wilson.
When we talk about the New England way, what do we think about? What type of quarterback?
We think do your job, Tom Brady. But you got a new coach in there, right? And guys, look, a lot of this is cannon fodder. I do not believe New England trades out. I don't believe Washington trades out. I don't believe those quarterbacks are going to be available. I really don't, because they all need quarterbacks. If you're Dan Quinn,
if Drake May goes number 2, I don't think Jaden Daniels fit what New England do. New England would trade back if Drake May is gone. So I'm looking at Bo Nix at that point. He fits the Patriot way.
That's the Mac
Jones quarterback. Decent arm, accurate.
Ooh.
Smitty, I respectfully disagree. I could not disagree more. Jaden Daniels carried LSU last year with no defense, and we have a new coach.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with all of that.
I don't
fit perfect in Atlanta. But what New England's culture, I just don't think he fits that.
Do we agree here in the panel?
That's definitely a culture change in New England for sure.
Do we agree or disagree in the panel that the Falcons could definitely move up to 2 or 3?
If that's their guy, why not?
You can see it.
don't
Smitty,
see
you can
it.
see it. Chase,
Terry,
you can see it.
Let me
Terry
ask
doesn't
Terry.
see it.
I want to ask Terry a question.
Go ahead, Chase.
Terry, why don't you see that happening? Like, you don't see, like, you can't potentially see the Falcons trade in the next 2-year first-round picks and maybe the next 2 second-round picks for the next 2 years to go get that franchise quarterback.
I definitely see that. The question is, are those teams in those slots willing to do it? When the rubber meets the road, look, I can put stuff out there all the live long day, right? I can put out rumors, but at the end of the day, you have 2 new coaches who need quarterbacks. You have to win in this league, right?
Mm-hmm.
This ain't the league of old. If you're not winning by year 2, year 3, you're probably out the door. You don't have 5-year plans anymore. You have 3.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but let me say this also, and I get where you're going with the quarterback position, and I agree with New England. But New England holds the key to the whole draft. I could see them taking Marvin Harrison at number 3. When the last time they had a superstar receiver? Then you go to number 4 with Arizona. Malik Neighbors probably going to be the pick. But if I move up to number 4, less assets and still get Drake May. So, or Jaden Daniels, either one. You look at the New York Giants at number 5. They need a quarterback. So we're talking about the New York Giants possibly moving up to number 3. And they'll pay a King's ransom to go get a quarterback to keep Daniel Jones from touching the field again. So it's just a lot of factors other than those 3 teams. You got the Raiders, the Vikings,
the Raiders,
the Giants. All those teams need a quarterback. Broncos. So
all in front of us. All in front of us, right?
Except for the Broncos,
Atlanta
Raiders,
is in
Vikings,
front of.
they're behind us.
They're in front of the Vikings and the Raiders and those guys.
Yeah. I can see the Raiders being that hungry ass team though. That's like, you know what, we're finna risk it all.
The Raiders jumped in front of me in my first mock draft for Jaden Daniels.
I can see the Raiders as being a team like Antonio Pierce. Like, you know what? Nah, we want our guy. We want our guy, and we're finna go get him. So that's the cool thing about having this panel, because we're only talking about Drake May and the article from Tory. Now, let's shift it to the veteran situation here. Rumors about Kirk Cousins here in Atlanta. Chase, we'll start with you first. Kirk Cousins, if the Falcons make this move in a matter of days, my thing is, where's the other teams going after Kirk that needs a quarterback? Why aren't the Patriots invested? Why aren't the Commanders again invested in a Kirk Cousins? Why don't they? Where's the report? Why is the only report Minnesota and the Falcons for Kirk?
Let's drop back. Let's drop back a couple years, Jack. Let's drop back to the year that the Atlanta Falcons were going to sign Deshaun Watson. And then all of a sudden, days before that, the Cleveland Browns had announced they were dropping out of the running for Deshaun Watson. And then breaking news, the Cleveland Browns have signed Deshaun Watson. My whole thing is, brother, is any of these teams that we're talking about now that's in the top 3, as in the Bears, the Washington Commanders, the New England Patriots, any of these teams could be really talking to this Kirk Cousins, to the Russell Wilson or whoever, the Justin Field, whoever it may be. So, like I said, man, as of now, all we can do is predict and give opinions. But Monday, when they announced what happened in the Justin Fields, if Chicago's like Smitty said, if Chicago stays with Justin Fields, who's going number 1? It ain't a quarterback.
Marvin Harrison.
Now you get the hometown. So now somebody's going to Washington. He's from Washington. With the high school.
Back.
He is. He's back in Washington.
We slide him back. So maybe we get number 4, number 5. Maybe we don't got to get all the way to
trade out 2
or 3.
Is right there too as well.
Smitty's on here dropping goddamn bombs. Chase, Kirk Cousins in Atlanta, if he is the quarterback. Your thoughts on that? Why would the Falcons even make the move to go get a guy like Kirk? What do you see him here? What does he present for the Falcons? We talked about May. Now here comes May's uncle, Kirk Cousins.
Shit. All right, so I'm a big stat guy. We all know it. Everybody watches the podcast. Anybody watches my show, I love stats. I'm a big stat guy. And people will say stats lie. And sometimes they tend to do lie. Stats do lie. But Kirk Cousins, man, we're talking about a guy that went 4 to 5 years consecutive over 4,000 yards. He was at 2,000 last year. We could pretty much say he was going to hit another 4,000-yard passing game. He is an older quarterback in injury that he is coming from is probably one of the worst injuries to try to come back from in the NFL as a quarterback. So if Kirk Cousins lands in Atlanta, they've got to know that he's 100% healthy before you make that contract sign. You can't.
Boom. Because we do not know at this moment if he's 100% healthy. We see him dancing at the NFL honors, but then the video comes out with the baby. He tells the baby, "Don't step on my Achilles," while he's laying on the floor. He's don't step on my Achilles. You know what I'm saying? So, Chase, your thoughts about that?
Yeah, man. Listen, if anybody watched the Netflix series, Kirk Cousins wasn't even our quarterback that year, but I mean, I kind of fell in love with Kirk Cousins, his drive, his dedication for the game, the way he is as a football player. He talked about, he had this one room in his house, this one little closet in his house where he had all his trophy cases, and he's got this one spot that he's got with a shining light.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's just this big trophy case, and he's saying that's where my Lombardi is going to sit. That's where one day, whatever team I get, that's where this trophy is going to rest. And that there just showed me Kirk Cousins is a competitor. So with that being said, I believe Kirk Cousins can bounce back from this injury. I believe just as an Aaron Rodgers bouncing back from his injury as well. These guys are competitors, man. These guys want the rings. Aaron Rodgers obviously has his ring. Kirk Cousins falling short multiple times, 5 times at least. So Kirk Cousins is a guy that has the playoff experience. He's been to the playoffs. He's been with the Vikings. He was, I would say, a franchise quarterback for the Vikings. So we know he can be that guy. As Smitty did say, I talked about it with Bodie in the chat not too long ago. Kirk Cousins probably has reached his ceiling, so you already know what you're getting with a Kirk Cousins. Steering off of the direction here with a Justin Fields comment, but the whole issue to me with the Justin Fields is the 3-year thing, the stat wise, what he's done in Chicago. Yes, I know he's had an awful team. I'm not a Justin Field hater. I don't want the comment section to think.
No, you're a Falcon fan, Chase. That's
I just want a guy that's proven, man. And Justin Fields isn't proven. And like Smitty said, as soon as you sign a Justin, if you're going to make him long term the following year, we're writing up a contract. We're making this guy the franchise quarterback. So if that's who you want, you got to be for sure that's who you want. So if it's Kirk Cousins, if it's Drake May, whoever it is, man, I'm rocking with him. But I'm not pissed if Kirk Cousins lands in Atlanta. If that's the question, the answer you can look for. I'm not mad.
Neither.
Not
I'm
me.
gonna support whoever here.
That's what being a Falcon fan is all about. Even not only just a content creator, but we're gonna find ways. If Kurt is announced Monday or Wednesday that he's the guy, we're gonna find ways to say, Kurt, how can we go win this Super Bowl? How can we go do that? I'm gonna be in the stadium. I'm gonna be in the stadium week 1, away game week 2. I don't care. I'm gonna be there supporting my team. Now, Terry, to Kirk Cousins situation, you got fans here in the chat. The same thing we talked about with the head coach. People's on this side about getting a Raheem versus getting Bill. They're on this side about getting Jim versus getting Raheem. Now we got the quarterback situation. You can see people in the chat mentioning we need a healthy Kirk Cousins. Carl Thomas in the chat. Kirk Cousins ain't finna win nothing. Travis Preston, trade for Justin Fields and draft Dallas Turner. Fans are in the chat giving us their opinions. Terry, what is your thoughts on the Kirk Cousins situation to Atlanta if that does happen? Spent some time talking about Drake May. Now here comes Kirk Cousins' stance.
I'm okay with it. I think, Smitty and Chase have both echoed the sentiments that we are Falcons fans. And at the end of the day, it's about the name on the front and not the name on the back, right? And if Smitty, who's been doing this for a long time, is okay with a quarterback, then who am I? So, number one, Kirk Cousins has won. He's played well. He's excelled in some areas. I don't have an issue with Cousins. My only issue was the money. And to the extent that we can make that work, okay. You could sign Kirk Cousins and draft a quarterback in the 2nd round if you want to. There are ways around. I think what the pros for signing Kirk Cousins is the system that we will be running, in theory, is a system that he is comfortable with, right? He is a pocket passer. I believe we talked about our offensive coordinator and what he prefers. I think they like to throw over the middle of the field. Kirk Cousins does this well. So there is a natural alignment there with what he does well versus the system that we're going to run. So I'm okay with Kirk Cousins. Go ahead, Smitty.
I'm gonna get real with y'all. Just 1 second. if y'all look over time in the NFL, I can think of 2 teams won the Super Bowl and quarterback was trash. Trent Dilfer didn't win nothing after that Super Bowl.
Talking about the Bucs team.
Yep.
Brad Johnson retired shortly after that Super Bowl. What was the common theme with both of those teams? A strong defense.
Great defenses. Great defense.
I mean, Peyton Manning's Denver Bronco. Peyton Manning's a GOAT, but that Denver Bronco team, that defense was fucking lit.
Right.
I mean, let's be serious.
The Falcons can go get Justin Fields. Then go at number 8, get a Dallas Turner. Then go to the second round, go get Javondre Sweat, the big guy in the middle. And make this one of the best defenses in the league. So
tell him, Smitty.
You don't have to have that superstar quarterback. Just have that right coaching staff. At the end of the day,
that is
the
correct.
Coaching staff is what matters more than any quarterback.
That is correct. That is correct. Hey, Smitty, say that again, Smitty.
What's in the coaching staff a big situation with Desmond Ritter?
The coaching staff is Arthur Smith wasn't calling the plays right. He
there it is.
Him in a position
no. Wait,
they didn't have a quarterback coach. Who's in the film room helping him break down field?
Thank you, Smitty. Talk to them about coaching and development. Let's go. That's look, guys. We can draft guys all the live long day. To the extent that we don't develop them in the way that they should be, we won't smell a Super Bowl anyway. You can't pay everybody. You're gonna have to win with some rookies. You're gonna have to win with some new guys. And to Smitty's point, we got a bunch of developers, right? Zach Davis, that's our offensive coordinator's name, right? He got Baker Mayfield ready to play in 4 days.
Yep.
And they won, right? So his strengths are, number one, he makes the game plan relatable and digestible to the quarterbacks. He's very good at that. Who was the Rams receiver last year? Nakua, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Zach Davis. Yeah, Zach Davis worked with him.
Zach Robinson?
So to Smitty's point, if you have a coach that can develop and coach up and put players in a position to succeed, you got a lot. So I agree with him on
Tevin Phelps. That's exactly what I was just about to go.
We're getting to Russell next. Go ahead,
about building the team. Sign Russell Wilson to that vet minimum, $10 million, and he get the other 29 from Denver.
Your thoughts on what he brings to this team?
He's a championship quarterback. He's won a Super Bowl. So for y'all that hating on Russell, just because y'all think about Sierra and future, y'all got to let that go. She chose Russell. Y'all leave it alone. So
is the outside interference a distraction, knowing that he can get it here and not in any other city?
The media would do that, but it would be up to Russell Wilson and Sierra to block it out.
Yeah.
If they block it out and don't talk about it, it won't grow. It won't even get to that level.
Going off the field issue, going on the field now, his career, his stats, who he is as a leader, as a quarterback, does he fit with this Falcon team, Smitty? Why even ask the fucking question?
I just got to ask you this though.
Yeah.
How many touchdowns did Desmond Ritter and Taylor Heineken throw combined last year?
Shit.
What was it, 19? Is it 18? 20? No, Ritter had 12. He was 12.
Ritter had 12 and Heineken had
6?
I don't remember. But
Russell
Wilson had 26, so I know it's nowhere near that number.
Yeah.
So and he did.
It wasn't 26 and 9. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and Denver wide receiver dropped the ball every game. So you give Russell Wilson competent wide receivers. He already has Pitts. He already has Drake London. Yeah, he has Bijan out the backfield. He had Tyler Algier out the backfield. So he already has better weapons in Atlanta than he had in Denver. All he need to do is adapt to Zach Robinson's system and scheme, and he'll be fine.
Falcons, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. Smitty Sports Machine is in here talking Falcons football with us. Terry, I know you do have to go. Any shout outs before you get up out of here? And of course, Russell Wilson, your thoughts on him. If you wouldn't mind him being the quarterback here next week, and just your thoughts if he would make this team better.
I wouldn't mind Russell being first and foremost. I wouldn't mind Russell. I wouldn't mind Justin. I wouldn't mind Kirk. So I definitely wouldn't mind Russell. He has a Super Bowl. He is definitely polished.
Mhm.
And I think our coaching staff would work with him. I don't know that throwing over the middle is his strong suit. He's more of a scramble outside and throw to the outside. But I definitely think Zach Davis is capable of putting together a game plan that
Zach
suits
Robinson.
what Russell does well. So I don't have an issue with Russell. I think it's fine. Again, guys, I'm all about the name on the front. I'm just ready to go, guys. Let's get our quarterback. Let's go. Let's go into the draft. Let's do what we need to do to get our Falcons back to where we were and get that ultimate. Smitty, hey man, it is an honor anytime you grace us with your presence. I am in awe, and I appreciate and respect your candor, your content, and your opinion, because you definitely have a wealth of knowledge. So
I
thank you, sir,
appreciate
for
that,
allowing
man.
me to.
No
Yes,
problem.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for allowing me to share the stage. Chase, I
No
remember
doubt.
what you said the other day. You got me, brother, but that's all right. he dropped it red. But hey, that's okay. Jack, as always, man, thank you so much for having me. As long as you keep inviting me, I'll keep coming back. Shout out to my mother, shout out to my family, shout out to the Falcons fans. And remember, guys, we support the Falcons. No matter who your player is, we support the
Right.
Falcons. Let's come together. Shout
Absolutely.
out to God. Without him, hey, nothing gets done.
We
And
nothing.
Jack, as
Right.
always, brother, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, shout out to my brother, BLBB or
Eric Parker.
BLB. Sorry, Eric Parker, for number one introducing us. But lastly, Jack, thank you again. As long as you keep inviting me, I'll keep coming back. I can't thank y'all enough. Y'all fellas have a good night.
Rise up, man.
No
We'll see you
doubt.
Friday morning. Breakfast with one time for the fan Friday morning. Go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. T Will is here
Rise
talking
up.
Falcons football with us. Thank you, Terry.
Yes, sir.
Smitty, we got a couple more minutes here before we get up out of here, man. This quarterback issue. We talked about Drake May, about a trade up. Maybe we can go to Jaden Daniels now. If you're going to make a trade up and go get a guy like Jaden, is he a good fit in your opinion? Some people say he has to hit. That was college type of build. He has to hit the weight room. He needs to go to Applebee's as soon as he gets here and start loading up on them 2 for 20s. Like Drake May has your build of a quarterback, right? He has the Josh Allen is what they're saying, the Ben Roethlisberger type of build. And if
Right.
you're naming those two guys, I mean, Josh Allen hasn't got the big ring yet, but they are proven winners too as well. Josh Allen has lifted the Buffalo Bills organization to where, like I said, they're getting ready to build a stadium for this man. And you got the Ben Roethlisberger situation where he has won in Pittsburgh too as well. So fans are hype about Drake May. Give us some hype about Jaden Daniels. How is it? Is the Heisman, just what Falcon fans are looking at? What is the intangibles that he got that he can bring to this team, man? Jaden Daniels, Smitty.
I've seen a lot of growth from Jaden Daniels from Arizona all the way to LSU. I actually watched him a lot at Arizona State when Herm Edwards was the head coach. And I saw some of the things that he could do right then, but I just feel like he wasn't coached right. And that's probably why he went to LSU. When he gets to LSU and gets up under an offensive coordinator that knows how to use his skill set, you saw the running, you saw the throwing. And to me, he has one of the best deep balls in this draft. So throwing deep is going to be key for the Falcons. But his skill set is very particular to a Russell Wilson. A guy that can throw on the run, throw the deep ball well, and just make plays. He just don't run for 1,000 yards from that. That's hard on any level. Throw for 40 touchdowns. That's hard on any level. So he has the skill set and he has the talent. All he has to do is transition to the next level. And with a coach like Zach Robinson and a Sean McVay offense, that's a wide open West Coast style offense. I think it would work. So if they go get a Jaden Daniels, it could work.
Chase, Jaden Daniels. We talked about Drake May trading up. Wouldn't be surprised if you hear Jaden Daniels' name. Chase, we're excited. I mean, matter of fact, Chase, I know what you're gonna say. Jaden Daniels since day one. I've been talking about it. Chase, your thoughts on Jaden Daniels, man?
I'm big on Jaden Daniels, and one thing that stands out to me about Jaden Daniels over all the other quarterbacks available in the draft is he's a SEC player. He's played in the SEC. He played the bigger teams. Like Smitty said, you watched him grow a lot through college. He showed the competitor that he could be with a new team, new system, jumping over from Arizona all the way to LSU. Jaden Daniels, man, he's that elusive. He wants to sit in the pocket, but if he's got to go, Jaden Daniels will go. And something that that stands out to me, his size, he could get a little bigger. He's going to have to hit the weight room, but hey, the Atlanta Falcons have the number one rated locker room for that. So we'll get you in there. We'll get you bulked up and get you out there on the field. So Jaden Daniels has a nice deep ball, like Smitty's saying. He's really all throws, and that's what Zach Robinson said. He wants a quarterback that can make all throws, the touch passes, the deep ball. He wants a quarterback that he can finish the game off with the football in his hands. Jaden Daniels, to me, is that guy. Drake May as well. Any of those guys you can't go wrong with. So Jaden Daniels is for sure another, feels like that Bijan pick again. You got another electric player in Atlanta. So definitely Jaden Daniels to Atlanta. I could ride with it.
Smitty, quick question for you. If you're hearing words like elite processor coming from your OC, can we get that from a rookie without him touching the NFL ground yet? Is that more of a veteran type of situation? When you hear elite processor, you're like, well, I can base an elite processor off a rookie, but then again, he hasn't played in the NFL yet. Or is it more so the Kirk Cousins, your Russell Wilson? Some would say Justin Fields in some situations, he's an elite processor. Game time decision. He wants the ball in his hands. I can get, so many different quarterbacks from that. But when you hear elite processor, does that mean it's a young guy or more of your vet?
That's the vet, and that's why Kirk Cousins is probably going to be the pick. But before we get out here, I just got to say this. And
yes, sir.
Y'all know I drop bombs, and I'm not scared to think outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
If you are going to get a Kirk Cousins, move up the board, go get Marvin Harrison.
Yes, sir.
That superstar receiver.
Smitty.
Oh my God,
hey,
Smitty.
let's do it.
Boy,
If you want this team to win now, you go get that Julio Jones superstar talent, and we going from there. Because think about it. You're gonna spend a boatload of money on Kirk Cousins, so you're not gonna have that much money to sign many free agents. Right. You go get that superstar receiver. Rest of the draft, you draft defense.
Not Neighbors.
Because you got
not Thomas. Not Underzay from Washington.
The number one.
You snag Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison. Go get the best player in the draft.
Yes, sir.
So now Kurt is looking at multiple offensive weapons with an elite processor. And for the fans that ask, Jack, what is your thoughts about Kirk Cousins and everybody? I'm perfectly fine with whoever the Falcons select that quarterback. For those that have been on one time for the fan here, I have a list of 5 quarterbacks, and they're not in any order. It's just Russell Wilson's on there, Justin Fields is on there, Kirk Cousins is on there, and then your rookie guys, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, however they want to go about that. But for the Kirk Cousins situation, if you're putting him with all these weapons here in Atlanta, I mean, we were damn near a sack away from making the playoffs last year with Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke at quarterback.
Yep.
And you got to look at it to say, maybe because of Zach Robinson and shout out to Terry. I know he was saying Zach Davis and Zach Robinson, but maybe because of Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris working with a Matthew Stafford and a Carson Wentz and not having those young guys in LA, they will be a little bit more favorable to go to a Kirk Cousins or a Russell Wilson, which I'm perfectly fine with because the stats, if you're looking at it, Kurt had some phenomenal stats throughout his career. You got to look and say, holy shit. I mean, if he's bringing no, I mean, come on.
That's NFC South chance, people. You're winning.
They're decent. I mean, if you're gonna scare some teams too. You got Carolina looking at it like, damn, Kirk Cousins over there in Atlanta now with Bryce Young and Derek Carr, and I mean, he does scare a little bit of the NFC South. So fans would say maybe the Falcons have the quarterback to get over the hump, Smitty.
If you go get a Marvin Harrison, how you gonna game plan for Harrison, Drake, London, Kyle Pitts,
and Tyler?
That's what fans said about Arthur Smith last year with the weapons. About how many have so many weapons.
He was a horrible play caller, and I told y'all that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I told y'all. His inept when it came to play calling, situational play calling, killed Arthur Smith's job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He just couldn't get it right. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. So the way you wipe that out, put that in the back. If you're gonna go get Kirk Cousins, and I'm hearing that's who Arthur Blank wants.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna do that? Why not just blow up the draft and just go at the board and get Marvin Harris?
That's the type of takes we love to hear when you got a guy like Smitty here talking Falcons football with us. The Kirk Cousins situation too, back in Washington, Smitty, was Wasn't Raheem Morris on that staff when Kirk Cousins was over there too as well?
Yep. And RG3 got drafted in the first round, and Kirk Cousins got drafted in the fourth. And look who's still in the NFL.
Falcon fans, when you got a guy like Raheem Morris saying, or he hasn't said, so let's not say one time for the fans said it. I'm thinking of a level of Raheem can probably tell Terry and everybody, I was in Washington with this guy. I know how good Kirk Cousins is. I know that he can be a quarterback that can help us get to the next level. But that injury is something to look at.
Yeah,
The cost is something to look at too as well.
Yeah.
But then again, Falcon fans, you got people who do these numbers every day. Big shout out to everybody on Twitter who's trying to crunch the numbers for the Falcons right now. If you can acquire Kirk Cousins, you still have some money to play with. So Falcon fans, you're not in cap hell knowing that I think
bonus. Think about that signing bonus.
Tell them, Smitty.
Think about it.
Tell them.
Think about that.
I think fans are looking at two different type of cap hells. You're looking at if he gets injured and he gets that fully guaranteed, and it's like, well, where is our backup now? Because we just went to pay this guy a shit ton of money and he's injured. I know what Falcon fans are thinking about because they don't want to see an aging quarterback here in Atlanta going to the end of his career. They want that young, flashy guy. They want that kid from Atlanta. I know how they feel. But you can't go wrong when Russell Wilson can help you. Look at the numbers that he's provided. I know some fans are saying do not get Russ. But look at the numbers from Russell Wilson.
26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Man, you can go back to the year before that, or the year before that, or the year before that.
I was talking about Eric Carter the other day. Season that Smitty just spit it out. 26 touchdowns in half a season.
You're going over Chase, you're going over Russ and Kurt, where both of their stats, they always have like 12 or 13 touchdowns more than their interception ratio. So it's kind of like these guys are coming here to put up stats, win some games, and help this fan base out. The fans just want who they want, particularly. They want their guy. And when they don't get their guy, they get upset. And for me, like I said, if you just keep a group of 5 or 6 quarterbacks on your list, you won't get upset. If Justin Fields is announced next week, it's like, all right, what can Fields do to help us win? Am I mad? No, because I talked about Fields. But if you go out there and you get Gardner Minshew next week, it's like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Is this the guy? This the guy? Sam Darnold? This the guy? Him? This what you want?
I'm gonna throw some knowledge at y'all right quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you go out and get a Justin Fields who ran for 1,000 yards 2 years ago, that's just like having Mike Vick on this team with these weapons. Just imagine how deadly that would be.
Mm-hmm.
And Justin Fields has a stronger arm, and he's more accurate than Mike Vick.
And you're looking at a situation where teams now, Smitty, agree, disagree, they now have to plan for that quarterback. So now they have to look and say, holy shit, look at the weapons this guy got. Falcon fans, get into the mind of another team's fan base or another team that's getting ready to play the Falcons, right? You have some weapons over there where it's like Fields, you've seen what he's done in Chicago on a piss poor team over there with the coaching staff and everybody they've had, and it's been horrible for Fields. You bring him over here to Atlanta now, and it's like, I got to match up on London. Smitty, come on. I got to match up on London. Remember what Fields said in the interview? We need a wide receiver too. If you go get a Fields, I'm guessing he wants his wide receiver too. You're going to get somebody nasty. Tell him, Smitty, you're going to get somebody nasty. Now you got to match up on that too. Now you got to match up on Pitts and Bijan. Oh, and guess what? If the play breaks down, who is watching the quarterback?
Because he's getting ready to take off. Break down, and you got a Marvin Harrison on your team. Somebody's going to be open.
Smitty, you hearing these talks and these rumors and these speculation. That's why we love talking Falcons football, because next week it's really down to the nitty gritty. It's
gonna change.
We're gonna talk about it. Who is this quarterback? Dr. Slickness is in here. Super Andrew is in here. Jabri Harper, Carl Thomas. Y'all gonna be back on this channel. Smitty's channel, everybody's channel. They're gonna be back on the channel saying, "We got our quarterback. Now let's find a way to do what?
Put that in place. We set."
That's all it's about, y'all. It's about winning. So for me, I have a list of quarterbacks, and I'm not mad about any one of them that gets selected. I want to see a team that's getting ready to win. As Jack Spade, I want to win. I don't go to these games and sit there and lose. I don't put on my jersey every Sunday to lose. I don't get on the plane to travel to these away games to lose. I want to win.
And let me say this: when it comes to winning, when you talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, what do they do well? Score, put up points, move the ball down the field. That's the type motto that you got to have for your team. You got to beat them at their own game. If you're going to win a Super Bowl, you got to go through Kansas City. Let's just keep it real. And eventually, you're going to have to outscore them. And that is the only way you're going to outscore the Kansas City Chiefs. Bring in a guy that can process, a guy that can move the football, a guy that knows the game. And as I said, and I did not say it on your show, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Talk about it.
Kirk Cousins works in so many ways, true enough.
Yes.
But Kirk Cousins can help the development of Zach Robinson just like Zach Robinson can help the development of this offense. Because he's a veteran quarterback. He sees what's on the field. He processes what's on the field. He goes back to Zach Robinson and they click and this offense is clicking. So a veteran quarterback helped Zach Robinson, not only the Falcons, it helped Zach Robinson in his first job being a play caller. So there it is.
Yep. Smitty, you say a lot, man. That's why we love to have you here on the podcast. Chase, you hear what Smitty's talking about these quarterbacks. You see the chat. Chase, the chat is going crazy about who to select that quarterback. And that's why we do these shows. That's why we do these podcasts. Because turn around. What is it at, Smitty? That's the flag right behind you, right? It's about the birds, man. Chase, tell them it's right behind you. It's about the birds. Fans are in the chat talking about get Fields and go get Turner. Get Cousins and draft Penix late. Get this guy and get this guy. I guarantee you everybody wants to win. So when you come back next week, when we have our quarterback, let's find a way to win. I don't want to hear about, you should have got this guy. You should have got this guy. No, let's find a way to win.
I'm going to stick to my first gun. Marvin Harrison is still going to be my pick.
I love it. I love it. I love it, man.
I'm going.
He got some good takes, man. I tell you. This is great. Talking Falcons football, man. Chase, your thoughts on what Smitty's saying, man? He said a lot tonight. We're getting ready to wrap up the show. I mean, quarterback or not, you're still going to be a fan, Chase. But what you got?
Yeah, no doubt. No, I mean, I agree 100%. There's, like I said, I keep saying it like a broken record. There's so many ways this draft can go, man. We seen it last year. We thought we were getting Jalen Carter, and it ended up being Bijan Robinson. A lot of people in our mock went earlier than what they were showing in our 5 mocks that we did leading up to the draft. So anything can happen in this draft. And like Smitty's saying, if you're going with the vet, you're going to pay the Kirk, you're doing the sign-on bonus thing, you don't have the money the next following year, you might as well go ahead and make the big splash. And Marvin Harrison is a guy that I watched in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium chop up the Georgia Bulldogs. So, I mean,
you was there too?
Yeah. I was on the ground thanks to some.
Oh, you was on the ground? You was behind the team? Oh, shit. Chase, you were there?
Shout out to Jack.
He looked like Megatron. He looked like Megatron at the college level.
Man, he's a pro. He's deadly. And Marvin Harrison with a Drake London, somebody they've already said they're going to ask a lot out of this year. I mean, there's a lot that could go down. So no matter who it is, who's that quarterback, who's that receiver, I'm all right with him. It could be Justin Fields, Drake May. Hell, it could be J.J. McCarthy. Whoever it is, I'm going to rep the Dirty Birds, man. So shout out to Smitty.
Shout out to Diva CC, Sexy Red Peach. She said justification for Zach and Baker Mayfield. I definitely agree with that. And as I said, man, Baker has the heart that a lot of quarterbacks don't have. He's not scared to make any throw. So you talk about a guy with heart. Baker Mayfield could be that dude. And I vouched 2 years ago for him to come to Atlanta after he left Cleveland.
Tampa made this dude the future now. Done found him a home in Tampa.
Yeah, but that's the only reason Mike Evans came back.
There's
if
no
they
more
don't resign Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans gone.
Yep. I guarantee you right now, Baker Mayfield, that's your quarterback for the Bucs probably for the next 3-4 years. So Falcon fans, you got to get it right when it comes to your quarterback because the Bucs are like, shit, we don't care about none of them rookies. Our guy just took us to the damn divisional playoff game. Almost beat the damn Lions. He's been on how many teams? 3 teams? We don't care. Bam, how much you want? That's the Bucs. That's your rivals. Talking about Baker Mayfield.
Sheesh.
You hear that moment of silence? Because Smitty knows, Chase knows. That's the Bucs talking about Baker Mayfield. Same one we over here trashing in the chats, talking about, that boy Trad. Boy, about to get a multi-million-dollar deal with the Bucs. He's good.
I guarantee one thing. I bet y'all take him over Riddle or Heineken. I bet you that.
Come on, man. Come on, Smitty. Don't you, man? If we keep you in here any long enough, man, it's gonna be tomorrow, and that's gonna be the problem. I got work. This is great when you got somebody like Smitty, Sports Machine, talking Falcons football. You, Berto, A1. We just had A1 on the other day, man. 2 hours talking Falcons football with Berto. I mean, with A1, and then we had Berto on multiple times. Y'all do a great job over there. And let me tell you,
appreciate it.
I catch as many shows as I can, and of course, I get the notifications. Smitty has posted something again. Oh, he's going live again. Okay, we're gonna check it out. This is big because you are ready for your quarterback. You're ready for your Super Bowl ring. You're ready to be that fan that wants to really trash talk and back it up with the supporting cast of your wins,
Right.
divisional playoff, NFC championship. That's what we need here in Atlanta. So I understand from all the fans in the chat about why you should go get this guy and go get this guy. And Smitty understands too. And like Smitty said, everybody has their opinion, and that's what we all are fans for. Kevin O'Connor's in the chat, Q Lavender, William Amy. Everybody's in here talking about the same thing, the quarterback, just like how we talked about the head coach, just like how we talked about the OC and the DC. This is the last piece before they start getting their stuff together, So
Right.
it's big to know that, Russell Wilson's name was dropped from Denver this week, that he will be available next week. Chase all these rumors about if Kirk's coming or if it's Justin Fields. We're going to find out in a matter of days. We could find out in a matter of hours. We don't know. But at the end of the day, we're all Falcons fans.
I think we'll know by Friday or Saturday.
Friday or Saturday. I said Monday morning by 11. Falcons are the news.
The tampering period starts at midnight on Sunday.
Midnight Sunday?
So that's why I said we'll hear something before then.
Falcons also have made a couple of signings too as well. I mean, they made a signing. The signing the other day was over the weekend, right, Chase? On a Saturday.
Ryan Uzel, that was Monday.
Newsflash was Monday. Okay.
Yeah.
You got Falcons. Hey, it's Wednesday night. I want everybody to enjoy their night because Thursday we're going to hear some news. Friday we'll hear some news. But when it gets down to the nitty-gritty coming up this weekend, oh my gosh. Content creators will be putting up their channels left and right. Videos will be popping up. Tori McElhaney, all the journalists, all the dedicated, diehard, respected journalists will be out here talking that truth. That's one thing you don't hear about the Falcons journalists. They don't out here, telling lies and spreading rumors.
Right.
They're going to hear something, they're going to say it. That's why I respected them during the Lamar Jackson talk. They didn't hear nothing, so they ain't finna say nothing. And that's why I really respect those Falcons journalists too as well. Smitty, this has been great talking Falcons football with you, man. I just want to say thank you, brother. But for everybody here,
I'm always around.
We definitely know that, man. We got to get you back on. I know you got a lot coming up for off season and draft and everything. Tell us where we can find you. Give us your social media. Plug your content. The floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, they don't know where to catch me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube, Fatboy Slim _21 on Twitter, and catch me on Tuesdays and Sundays during the regular season with my crew, 95 North Sports Machine. That's me, my boy Berto, my boy Chris A1, and we just gonna keep bringing y'all the content, man. And y'all go check them out. They dropping free agent bombs right now, so go to their channels, A1 Forever, 95 North Falcons Talk Show, and check out them free agent targets for the Atlanta Falcons.
It's going down in a major way. Your podcast time shows. What? And do you do a lot of pop-up shows coming up during this off season?
We just do pop-up shows during the off season.
Okay.
Yeah, we just go with it.
Falcon fans, you can't beat that. If you're here in the chat from one time for the fan, oh, My Viewpoint has a chat for you here. Smitty, he said, give the brother Jay Fields the keys and let him work. Just like Jay Fields did with Lawrence, since he did with Burrow, quarterback ATL did with Maddie. Your thoughts on that, Smitty, as you got your
I can't argue with it. Mm-hmm. Get a quarterback, put him in a position to win, and we just gonna take off from there.
Mm-hmm. You're hearing it short and sweet from Smitty. He don't have to explain into detail because for most of y'all that caught his channel or listen to what he says, he stands on business. That's why the show tonight is Atlanta Falcon fans standing on business. Smitty, you've been doing podcasting for how long now? 3-4 years now? More than that?
I've been doing podcasting 10, YouTube 5.
And you've been standing on business for a while now, correct?
Right.
Before everybody started, saying standing on business, you were standing on business.
Yeah, either that I was standing on top of somebody's car, waving the shirt.
Shit. It's going down in a major way. Smitty, we do thank you for being here on the channel. Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe. Smitty, we will definitely get you back on the podcast. We thank you for joining us tonight, sir.
No problem.
Appreciate you, dog.
Appreciate y'all.
This is what it's all about, Falcon fans. You have a guy like Smitty, Sports Machine, joining us, talking Falcons football. I mean, Chase, you can't beat it. You can't beat it, man. I'm talking about knowledge, man. Knowledge from a content creator, from a Falcon fan. there's some Falcon fans out here in the community that definitely know what they're talking about, right? There's some people that just, and I'm in the chats with them every day. I'm in the chats with some Falcon fans, some diehard fans. They don't post on social media at all. They just talk Falcons football. And it's good to have people like Smitty, A1, Berto, Chase, Bodie, Key, who else? Eric, Terry. I mean,
So many. There's so many. Uncle Steve. There's so many
people
out of your
here,
Falcon mind.
Come on, man. The content creators, big shout out to all the content creators. This is what we do it for. We want to make sure everybody's having a good time tonight. Chase, your quick thoughts as we get ready to wrap up this podcast about what you heard tonight. Terry said a lot of good points too as well. Smitty said a lot of great points too as well. You as well. What is your thoughts about overall tonight, man?
Yeah, tonight was a good show, man. We went an hour and 20 minutes talking Falcon football about pretty much the quarterback position the whole night. The overall, we learned what Smitty could happen. We talked about draft scenarios. And like we said, anything could happen when it comes to this draft. So a lot of knowledge gained tonight. Received everybody's views on, Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields. Got to see some new people in the chat tonight, see their takes on what they think could happen in Atlanta. So if you're new here, man, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit that like, share it to another Falcon fan. Shout out to Berto, man. Shout out, my man, not Berto. Shout out to Smitty, but most definitely shout out to Berto. Yeah, shout out to A1. Shout out to you, Jack. Like I said, shout out to the new people in the chat. Shout out to the new subscribers that's already subscribed, and shout out to the Atlanta Falcons, man. It's been a fun offseason already, and like you said, Mondays when it's really gonna kick off and get even funner here for Dirty Fanatics United, One Time for the Fan, Audi Falcon Mind, all these podcasters, man. You're gonna see everybody dropping content like crazy in the next few days. So stay posted because we'll for sure be putting out whether that's shorts or whatever it may be. We'll have something content wise for the Falcons for you.
Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. It's all about bringing people together. It's all about making sure that when I show up to the parade, Chase, you've already parked and you found your spot so we can all come over there and meet you. You got there before us. That's what it's all about. It's about knowing that when the tailgate is popping this year, you guys are out there supporting the team. You guys are out there on the road repping the Falcons as best as you can. And if you are going on the road this year, hit up the Rise Up Tour. Of course, you guys probably heard about our away game events, our parties, everything that we've been doing in New Orleans, every city we go to, the Rise Up Tour. We are a real deal chapter when it comes to the fan group of what we do. We have over 1,000+ members in our group. And we're in our membership program for 2024. So hit that like, share, and subscribe. Head over to the Rise Up Tour group for your membership. We got Facebook groups, website, bus trips, all this stuff, giveaways we're doing right now. Matter of fact, Chase, we're going to do a giveaway right now. You about to get up out?
Yeah, I got a split, but go ahead, do the giveaway. You got the roll or what?
You want to do? I mean, I ain't got the roller. Here's what we do. Falcon fans in the chat. Falcon fans in the chat. Falcon fans in the chat. You want to be a part of a giveaway? Do you want to be a part of a giveaway right now? Hashtag one time in the chat. Hashtag one time in the chat, and we will add you to a giveaway. And this is what I'll do. We have a podcast Friday morning at 9 a.m. We have a podcast here on One Time for the Fan. Breakfast with One Time for the Fan. We will announce the winner of the podcast. All you have to do is hashtag right now in the chat, hashtag one time. Jaree's already ahead. He's already ahead. He's been doing it. Matthew Bass. Look at Matthew Bass. He done won too many times. He done won too many times. Chase, what you want to give away? Falcon hat, Falcon shirt, Falcon hoodie. I ain't gonna give away no jersey. What you want to give away, Chase?
I think we should do a put a Twitter poll up with two options and let the fans choose, and then that's what the giveaway will be.
A Twitter poll.
Yeah, that's I've done it before on my channel. Just put up two options. We put up a bucket hat or a signed AJ Terrell hat, and the bucket hat is what got chosen. And Kiki won the bucket hat. So shout out Kiki.
Okay. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Dirty Fanatics United is here. Dembo's in the chat. As you can see right here, we're gonna add these names to the list. Jabree Harper has been added to the list. This is the easy way to do it because when we do our giveaways, it's kind of crazy. So this is the easy way to do it. So I can go back and check the podcast later. Jabree Harper has not entered into the giveaway. Ty Dollar 496 has now entered into the giveaway. Don't forget to subscribe to as well to the channel. We want to make sure the winner has subscribed.
Yep.
Chase, we just did a 5-person giveaway the other day, did we not?
Yep.
We gave away a gift to Sterling Woods. We gave away a gift to Cindy Schweingruber. We gave away a gift to Jordy Shepard. Gave away a gift to Diane Markham. She won the Jesse Bates jersey. And who else was there? Who else we remember? Can't remember. Oh, Carton Bunch. Carton Bunch.
Yep. Carton
too
Bunch.
as well. So Falcon fans, right here, one time Dembo is here. Who's this? Chase? This your folks?
That is, let's see. Yeah, go ahead. Keep announcing names. I got it for you.
Facebook user. We got another Facebook user here in the chat. John Moreno checking in from Texas is here in the chat. Put that back up as I'm seeing you through Smitty's page.
Let's see.
She's
talking about the link for the Rise Up tour.
Oh, the link for the Rise Up tour? Oh, okay. The link for the Rise Up tour is right here. If you're going to any away games, we're doing giveaways over there right now too as well. You can use the promo code one time for the fan. I am Jack Spade. I'm the one who created the group too as well. Big shout out to Thomas Scott, my partner in crime, man. He's also one of the members who helped create this group. He's actually the one who put everything together it's a long story, man. I sold him a game ticket and then he asked me to throw a party. Then we threw a party. 6 years later, we got over 1,000 people in the group and we travel and we go crazy on the road. Chase, you know what we do on the road too as well. You saw us in New Orleans going stupid at Razzoos.
Yep.
But yes, there it is right there. One
Facebook names.
That's the code too as well. Let's get to this.
Cheryl Gibbons on Facebook and Diana Markham on Facebook.
Diane Markham, damn, Diane's trying to win again. She just won the Jesse Bates. She's back for more.
Liz Norwood is another one.
Diane, if you win this time, I'm giving it to Ben. I'm just gonna let you know I'm giving it to your husband Ben. I'm gonna let him get the jersey or whatever we give away here. Diane Markham don't won a lot. Sterling Woods is here in the chat. Jeremiah Weems #one time. The tour link, yes, and also you can reach out to me too as well. Jack Spade, one time for the fan. I'll put the Twitter up, and it'll also be in the description on YouTube. We have a one time here in the chat. We're gonna give away something nice, man. Ah, man, Chase, what do I want to do, man? Falcon shirt, Falcon hoodie, Channing Bridges, Joseph Avery. Big shout out to Joseph Avery in the chat. The Grits Blitz is here in the chat. Travis Preston, Black Mario 68. Black Mario 68. Look at that avatar. This is cool, bro. Black Mario. Divas in the chat with the one time. So what we'll do is this. John Moreno said, "Have you seen the Rise Up tour belt?" Thomas got it. I ain't got the belt. I'll get the belt for the next. I'll try to get the belt for the next podcast. I promise.
All right, Jack. I got a split though.
Holla at you, brother.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Jack, shout out to you, brother. Shout out one time for the fan. Hit that subscribe button, man. And most definitely leave that like. Appreciate y'all. Anytime, dog.
Falcon fans, you already know what it is. You already know what to do. Big shout out to Chase. Big shout out to T. Will. Big shout out to everybody here who's repping the Falcons. As you can see, Jack Spade. You can hit me up on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm always talking Falcons football. Matter of fact, let me put the Twitter up. You guys can follow the Twitter too as well. One time for the fan. Make sure y'all go follow Smitty too as well. That was great that he could take the time out of his day to come talk Falcons football with us. That's all we want to do is find out from Falcon fans how they feel about the team and what their opinion is and their thoughts. And that's the cool thing about it. Dr. Slickler said, "What's going on with the giveaway?" Yeah, you trying to get the giveaway? Just hashtag one time in the chat. Yeah, Black Mario did it. Travis Preston did it. Joseph Avery did it. Most of y'all been in the chat. Most of y'all know what's going on. We love doing giveaways here. I ain't got no problem doing no giveaway. I just gave away like 5 different stuff, man. Big shout out to everybody who won the other day too as well. William maybe said, "Good, I will be there." Vegas, Minnesota, Washington, all the away games. You know where we're going this year. We're going to have a shit ton of parties, a bunch of events, a bunch of things to do for all the Falcon fans. It's always fun when we can do this. Dr. Slicknut said one time, so now he's a part of it. Jabri said, "Yep, another epic show for the one time. I just do this for y'all and them. That's all I do. I'm just a diehard fan, season ticket holder, PSL holder. Been doing this a long time. The Rise Up Tour group, for anybody asking, this is our 6th year. This is our 2nd year of our membership. Like I said, we are a chapter. We are a real dedicated fan base that travels to away games and does real deal stuff with the fan base. We're not like no ragtag group. But when you guys come out, you guys see what we do. We're in New Orleans, Razzoos last year. We packed it out. A lot of these parties you guys are hearing about on the road. That noise you guys hearing, that crowd element, that atmosphere where it's like, oh shit, you guys are making a shit ton of noise. We try to sit everybody in the same section, that type of thing. group tickets. We have different partnerships that can help fans out on the road too as well. Especially when you're traveling on the road, we want to make sure all fans are taken care of. I mean, we got a bunch of people in our group, so we try to make sure everybody's good because we're going out of town to go tear up somebody's city. You know what I'm saying? We're only there from out of town, man. We're tourists, but we want to win. We want to win. William Amy said one time with the hashtag on the end of the. Nah, who cares? Hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. I'm your boy Jack Spade. Got a lot of stuff to go do, and I want to say thank you all who was here tonight. Rise up.